Castor is a film podcast filled with dubious opinions, plot spoilers, and a healthy sprinkling of bad language. Thanks for listening.
Take a much loved movie and stir in a different cast. Add a hint of nonsense for a flavor that will last. Garnish it with fun, film facts, it's food for the soul. It's a tasty, yummy, silly, funny movie casserole. Casserole.
Hello and welcome to Casserole. My name is Jim, and each episode myself and my two co-hosts Sam and Nick take one of cinema's much loved or unloved films with the aim of serving you up a delicious recasting. But of course, before all of that, don't forget you can find Casserole on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever it is you get your podcast from. Whilst of course you are there, don't forget to follow and subscribe so you do not miss the latest episode. And of course, give us that all-important 5-star review.
Yeah, you don't have to, but
I think you do.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
If you don't, I'm going to find you.
5 stars or nothing.
Yeah, 5 stars. No, 4.
Oh, you
not or nothing.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
you actually
Yeah.
just jump on in.
Well, I'll
not let me do introductions or anything.
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can cut this, but
Well,
we like
absolutely.
talking.
I was just getting my breath back.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't expecting you to just dive on in.
Right.
Come on,
With threats
we
of
didn't let him get a word in edgeways.
With threats of
Speak for himself.
with threats of murder, and they give you a 5-star review.
5 stars or your legs.
Seriously though, thanks for listening. 5 stars.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you, folks. That would be great.
5 stars, or I'm going to break your house.
Lovely.
Anyway, as I said, I am not alone doing this. First, here's the slice of cheese that you put on top of a burger, nice and creamy, but just the right amount of bite. It's Nick.
Oh, me first.
What kind of cheese? Like American?
Oh, I'll let
I mean, I was
Monterey
really
Jack.
hoping we weren't going to get bogged down into food chat this time.
No, bog away.
Yeah, I'm going to put this back to you. What kind of cheese?
A nice mature cheddar.
Do you know what? I would settle for just one of those, like, square, fake...
Shit.
Like burger cheese.
Burger
Like
cheese
American
slices.
cheese.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
no bite to them.
Yeah.
I like a Monterey Jack. Like a little bit of,
Yeah.
little bit of
That's
kick.
going up.
Still trying to do introductions here, though, you know.
Oh, sorry. What am I?
Well, at the
Am I a
moment,
little pickle?
at the moment, you're just a voice with that name.
That's all right.
And he is the nice crispy bacon that you put on top that makes everything taste better. It's Sam!
I feel like you've done a little bit better in these intros than I have. If we check,
I don't know, in the
you
first one,
started
I
as
was-
salty broth.
Yeah, but no, I wasn't. I was
It was
just.
the- it
I
was
was
the
like the
start-
flour. I was the water that made us
It was the
thick.
starchy water. Last week, and then last week, obviously, I switched it around and
You
he
were
was
peppercorn sauce.
the peppercorn
I
sauce
was fucking asparagus.
that makes my piss smell funny.
Why yours specifically?
It's
Because
like you have consumed me.
I'm going to have consumed him and he's going to make my piss smell funny.
Nick makes Jim's piss.
Now this week, I think I've been nice to both of you. You're a nice creamy bit of cheese and he's crispy bacon that makes everything better.
I'm crispy swine.
Right, going back to piss for a second. I've got to get this off my chest.
Is it piss?
Went to pick up James not too long ago.
Yeah,
Drove to his house.
as you did.
WhatsApped him that I'm outside. What did he say? Be out in a minute, I'm having a poo.
Pre-podcast poo.
5 minutes later, it said, you could have timed your poo better. It then transpired. It didn't start off as a poo. His poo started off as a wee. Not just any wee. James, you want to say what kind of wee it was?
It was a leisurely wee.
But what kind of wee was it?
It was a leisurely wee. How else are you going to have a
Is
leisurely wee?
that like a sit-down wee?
Well, how else
Sam, it
how
was
else
a-
are you going
it
to
was
be
a
leisurely with your
sit-down
wee?
wee.
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with a sit-down wee, but a sit-down wee is going to turn into a poo. So he's brought out himself there.
Well, this is what Nick can't get his head around. How did the poo come from? So, I sat down and have a
In
leisurely
all
wee.
fairness,
I said, how can a poo take you by surprise? And he was like, because it was a sit-down wee. But I was like, if you knew you were going for a sit-down wee and there was a strong possibility that a poo could appear in this sit-down wee, why didn't you do it earlier?
well, in all fairness though, that's better than him doing a stand-up wee and accidentally pooing.
Has that ever happened?
No.
I feel like you're going to hate me for bringing this up because you said I shouldn't bring it up.
Well, it's not going to go in. Sam's going to cut it all. There's no need for this in the podcast, is there?
Well, let me just
I'm
say,
not gonna cut it.
by means of balancing this, when I was a lot younger, and I'm talking quite a bit younger, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but I went through a phase of probably a good year, or even 2, where in order to maximise...
Oh, is this you getting naked and having your poos?
Yeah.
Why? What? How much younger?
Well, like primary school, early primary school, right? In order to maximise the enjoyment of a poo.
Hang on.
I
Were
had
you
a strong
doing
urge
this
to
were
take
you
my
doing
clothes
this in school?
No, never. Never.
Are you sure?
Once.
I don't even know if I ever pooed in school, primary and secondary, ever.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, pooing in school. No, I don't think anyone pooed in school.
I mean, I did. If you've got to go, you've got to go.
If you're having a leisurely
If
wee.
anyone's pooed in school, it's
If you've
fucking
got to have a
legit.
poo, you've got to go. Well, I was once referred to as a proud pooer. Because it was while I was in work one day. I needed a poo, so I went in for a poo, and I was very much shut the door, make lots of noise, get myself comfy, give it all the yeah. And then
Mufasa on a throne or something.
Unbeknownst to me,
proud
next in the queue next to me was someone I worked with who was a shy pooer, and I really put him off his poo, and he had to get up and leave whilst I'm in there having a proud poo.
You are an extrovert pooer.
Oh, mate.
He was an introvert.
If I need a poo, I'm going to poo. I don't care where I am.
Well,
Hopefully all discovered our
in a
houses.
toilet.
Well, yeah, I will use the toilet.
Oh, well, that's.
I will use whatever toilet is available to me. I will poo. If I need to...
Wait, do you always lock the door when you do poo? Because this is the whole thing. My wife's
Why would
like,
I
why
not
do you always
lock
lock the door? I always lock the door.
Why would I not lock the door?
I think
That's
this
why
is a
there's a lock on the
male-female
door.
thing.
Especially now I have a child, why would I not lock the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liz like never
Last
locks
thing I
the
need is
door.
my...
Really? She's like, if he comes in, he comes in.
Last thing I need is my
Might get a
6-year-old son
surprise.
walking in on me as I'm trying to wipe my ass. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's worse for him than it is for you. Think of his eye level.
Hence why I lock the door.
Oh my god, my son did one just before I left. So I had to deal with that, because obviously he still needs wiping at his age, right? And they
Did Jim ask you to come into his house and help him right?
I had to go from there straight to Jim's poo.
It's not like you had to deal with my poo. My poo was dealt with.
Emotionally, I had to deal with your poo.
I hope people like a lot of poo talk on their podcast.
Why is this on a fucking movie podcast? This is gone.
This
Done.
is a movement podcast.
Clearly.
Anyway, it's been a week since we last recorded.
It has.
How are we both?
Empty of poo.
Good, yes.
Well, that's good to know.
I imagine you are too, what are you?
Watched any films?
Well, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go for it. I feel like I'm gonna like whip it out and just lay it on the table.
Well, hang on.
Hang
on.
You've teased
Exactly.
to us. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot. There's not been a long break for us between this recording and the last one. But one thing we managed to finish was a Netflix sort of crime documentary, which is a thing called Bad Vegan. Have you guys watched that at all?
Is there such a thing as a good vegan?
James firing bullets there.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Is it just from the name? Is it about a cannibal?
About what? A cannibal?
Because that is a bad vegan premise.
Great premise. No, it's a crazy story about a New York chef and restaurateur. She opens this, what became a really well-renowned vegan restaurant called Pure Food and Wine, I think it was. Basically, she starts seeing this guy, and basically he's like a massive cunt and brainwashes her and starts like siphoning all the money away from the restaurant and stuff. But it's incredible, like the things that over years of like brainwashing, and he's really emotionally manipulative, like he's an absolute bastard, gets her to believe all this crazy stuff. That like he's like a secret agent kind of thing, or he's in the military, and even eventually like that he had the power to make her and her dog become immortal, like really crazy stuff. And it's just I think it's a 3-part series about how that unraveled and how they were eventually arrested and all this kind of thing. And that's what I watched.
I feel like a meat eater wouldn't believe that shit. Right? I feel like she's already down the path by being a vegan, right?
I mean, I think we better be careful. We're not alienating any vegan listeners.
They alienate themselves.
Are there? Do you know what? I'm not sure if our audience, the mostly male lover of 90s action films, cross over that much with vegan restaurateurs.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I've
you
got
know,
very good friends that are vegan.
I have had lots of nice vegan meals in my time.
Same.
But I just believe everything in moderation.
There you go.
You know, like a rainbow. If you took out a colour, wouldn't be as nice.
That's how I feel about James.
Is he a rainbow?
No, everything in moderation.
yeah. That's why we only see him every now and then.
I mean, that's not true. You can't get enough of me.
Yeah,
it's
crack.
true.
Right. Well,
You say, yeah, you've teased that you've watched a lot of stuff. So
I have.
lay it on us, Sam.
It has been 7 nights since we did our last recording, and I have watched 6 films.
Good effort.
It is good. I will go with the least good first. Now,
Okay.
some of these I'm sure will be recast in the future. So first one is Street Fighter.
We've got to do a cast
That's
of that. at
absolutely
some
got to be
point.
done at some point.
Yeah.
I was doing other stuff, stuck on the background, and it's just, it is just bad.
So bad it's
It's
good,
bad. But it's not like, like we were talking about Starship Troopers, where it's like knowingly bad. This tried to be good, was awful, and is good because it's awful. It's just Zombieland, Double Tap.
Nice.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Not seen that one. I've seen the first one, not
The second one's it's
They are good films.
They're
Bill
all-
Murray cameo, right?
Yeah.
Is the cast the same as the first one? or-
Yeah, all the same. Continuation of story works really well.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh man, he's
good.
good.
The Mask of Zorro. More of a golden oldie. You've got Antonio Banderas
Yeah.
and Catherine Zeta-Jones and Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep.
Hellboy.
Nice.
The one.
What, the original?
No, the
or
one.
the reboot.
The reboot. Which I can
That
got so much
panned, didn't it? I
hate.
was going to say, that got a lot of hate. But I've not seen it, but it's because I got a lot of hate. And
I think-
I remember really enjoying the first one, so I've not wanted to watch this reboot.
So
David
I like-
Harbour, yeah?
Yeah, I liked the two Guillermo del Toro ones.
Yeah.
Like he
Great.
created like Amazing Monsters, Amazing World, and Ron Perlman as Hellboy was brilliant. He was perfect. David Harbour is really good. It's slightly less humour, and I wonder if that takes a bit away from Hellboy.
Yeah, you could tell from the trailer it wanted to be a much more darker,
But,
grittier
I
version
think
of
I've seen
Hellboy.
it. It's
isn't
got the giants in it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got some really scary kind of hell demons at the end and stuff, and lots of gore. And I thought it was all right.
So it replaces the humour for a more darker take on the character, basically.
Yeah. One of the films in my top 5 that I watch, I would say at least a couple of times a year, Princess Bride. Oh,
That is not something I thought you'd say.
Do you know what Princess Bride is?
I think so.
I don't think you do.
I think so.
What is it?
Is that the Anne Hathaway one?
No.
No? What am I thinking of then? What's that
Princess
one?
Diaries.
Same thing.
It's really not.
Same difference.
It's really not. Princess Bride is like 1980s like swashbuckling adventure film with Kerry Elwyn and it's not Anne Hathaway's.
I mean, it could be.
It could be.
It could be if we do a casserole on it.
I'd love to think that my top 5 film is Princess Diaries with Anne Hathaway.
We need to make a list of your best movie mix-ups. Just
Well,
convincing
so
great
there's only
ones.
2.
They're both great.
They're both great. And then finally the film we're recasting today,
Yeah, nice.
which I'm going to go out on a limb because I don't know what you guys think about it. I think this is the best film that we've recast so far.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
It's
let's
the best made.
Really?
Well, I
Wow.
feel like you're ready to start the casserole then.
I think we are.
So, this film, obviously, we are at the time of recording. The BAFTAs just aired this past weekend. Do either of you pay attention to any of the award shows or anything like that?
Not really.
And okay, so the BAFTAs would have just aired, and by the time this releases, I think the Oscars would have just aired as well, which is very apt considering this film was nominated for 10 Oscars
Wow.
and nominated for 12 BAFTAs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Only won one.
What did it win?
It won
Best Actor.
Daniel Day-Lewis for Best Actor.
That's giving
It
away.
lost out
Definitely.
on the Best Picture film, Best Picture in the Oscars to Chicago,
Oh. Okay.
which I mean I can't speak for Chicago because I've not seen it, but
It's not better than this one.
it did surprise me to see that won Best Picture over this at least. So, but obviously Daniel Day-Lewis obviously lost out on the Oscar as well, which you would think because he won the BAFTA, he also won Critics' Choice. He won.
Wait, he did win the Oscar.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, for Best Actor.
No, he didn't.
You just said he did.
Yeah.
No, BAFTA.
Oh. Right.
Are
He
you
lost-
sure about that?
He didn't win the Oscar.
Because he's won 3.
Well, I mean, then Google and IMDb are very wrong then because I've looked down my.
Do you know what? I
looked
maybe
up and
he
the
won
only
it
the
for
only
different
winning
films.
the only thing I can see winning was BAFTA Best Actor. He also won he won the Critics' Choice for Best Actor. He won lots of he won the Screen Actors Guild for Best Actor. I did not see.
Yeah, you're right.
He did not win the Oscar, which
Yeah.
I thought was a big surprise.
Yeah, he did.
Because normally, you would think if he winning the BAFTA, you would think he would be almost
Sometimes
a
a
shoo-in.
shoo-in. Yeah, not always.
Which is
though.
like, for example, the weekend just gone. What's her name? Emma Stone and Cillian Murphy have won their respective Best Actor BAFTAs, so
Yeah.
you would think they are the favourites for the Oscar.
Yeah.
Not always the way. Just like obviously Oppenheimer won the BAFTA for Best Film, might not get the Oscar. Which I did notice in the BAFTAs that Barbie was not included in the shortlist for Best Films, but it is in the Oscars Best Film shortlist.
That's interesting.
So
yeah.
a bit of a snub from BAFTA there for Barbie.
Yeah.
I don't think Barbie deserves an Oscar.
I think it's in there as a
Like a fun.
It's really it's a difficult one because actually it challenges conventions. It makes you think about real things. It's interesting. It's nice. I don't know. For me, like I feel like an Oscar film needs to be. I don't know if I feel it needs to be a bit. Just something special about it.
You didn't think that with Barbie's.
And I thought it was very good, but I thought like the best performance was America Ferrera.
Right.
So I think she should win supporting actress, Oscar for supporting actress all the way. She was brilliant.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie was brilliant. I think, but I don't think she's nominated, is she? That was a bit of a
no,
snub.
she's not. I don't believe.
But Ryan Gosling is.
Yeah.
But then I heard someone explain that it's because Ryan Gosling isn't playing to type. He's really like changing it up, and
Okay.
therefore like
Okay.
and I get that, and he's really good in it.
But you can say that Margot Robbie is playing to type there. It's almost a parody of roles, perhaps, of like leading female roles in kind of. She's not been like the big rom-com kind of. Do you know what I mean? She's been in amazing parts in like Wolf of Wall Street, that kind of thing. Like really.
She's not.
Interesting,
She's not a
gritty.
typecasted
Yeah.
actor, is she?
She's
got
not,
a
but
variety of roles.
I think if you think about it, and like obviously like I'm not taking anything away from her, it's a brilliant performance, but she's playing what it's like to be a beautiful blonde woman in a man's world. She probably has a lot of reference of that.
Sure. Okay.
Whereas Ryan Gosling is playing a man,
A beautiful blonde
that is
man
that is
in a
being
man's world.
dismissed and is struggling to find his place in a matriarchy.
Right.
That's not something that is like an everyday frame of reference, and he does it
Okay.
believably, and he manages. Like Margot Robbie, arguably has got a really easy time in this. Is she makes you want to love her and follow her? Great. Ryan Gosling toes the line between thinking he's funny, feeling sorry for him, thinking he's a bit of a dick, and then feeling sorry for him again. Like he has a more difficult path, I think, in it. Might be why they've done it like that.
Interesting. Anyway, we digress.
If you haven't guessed by now, for anyone that has that clued on and guessed, we are doing Gangs of New York.
Yes.
I feel like we do a big reveal when someone's clicked on the episode title and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, this is the
yeah.
episode this time.
Yeah. Gangs of New York, the one he didn't win an Oscar for. That's what I mean.
I mean, that's probably the episode title. Right
Exactly, because I was sure, I didn't realise that it was Lincoln he won his third one for. I thought it was this, and then
Yeah, I was quite. When I saw he won the BAFTA for it, and then it was like said didn't win the Oscar. I was like, that feels like a mistake here. And I searched a few sources, and yet all came back
So
saying.
this is really interesting. It's going to come up later. Actually, is I always think Oscars. It's for me a little bit of a cop out when they give an Oscar to an actor who's doing an impression of a real person.
Oh, really?
So him winning for Lincoln, I wouldn't have given him for that. I would have given it for Gangs of New York. Because
Really?
he is so engaging, he's so brilliant. This character is his own, he's embodied it. Like, I feel like with Lincoln, he had the hat, the hair, and the mole, the beard to hide behind.
Okay.
You know, and not that he didn't do a great performance.
Did Colin Firth win in the King's Speech? Did he get Oscar for that?
Yeah, he did.
Did he win the Oscar? Or
And
did he just get,
Austin Butler won for Elvis, and I was just like, I think it should have been.
feels like a cop out.
It should have been Brendan Fraser.
Oh, if the whale.
You know, yeah, because
Did he not? Did he not win the for the whale?
No, Austin Butler did.
He
for
did
Elvis.
win an award for the whale. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
he did. Maybe he won a BAFTA. Maybe it was like that.
I
again.
remember seeing him.
But Austin Butler did a
Written
brilliant
award.
performance, and this is all going to come up later. But like
Yeah.
he did amazingly. But I think like, and it is too simplistic to be like, oh well, he just had to go. But you have all this stuff that you can research, all this stuff you can watch. You can study their mannerisms. You can get great at it. Whereas, like, what did Daniel Day-Lewis as, like, Bill Cuddy have to study? He didn't. He had to try and embody this person, find out the truth of it. Whereas you know the truth of Lincoln. There's so much material to go from there. So I think it's not as big a...
It's an interesting take. I kind of agree with you, yes.
I think for me, we're going to actually have quite different opinions about this film based on what you've said so far.
I mean,
I don't hate it.
Hand on heart, I think this is brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought this was for me, that this was the definition of, like, you've laughed at me before by using the phrase a breezy film. That breeze by. This was the same length as Gladiator.
Longer.
Didn't feel it.
No,
This is one of those films. I was watching it, and obviously I looked at the time, knowing, thinking it's like 12 o'clock. Film's finishing, but it didn't feel like it was at that time. You know, it felt like I'd only just hit play.
Yeah,
this film for me flew through. I had an absolute blast with this film. Whereas, like as I said with Gladiator, I had to watch it over 2 nights because
you weren't feeling it.
I was bored. Yeah, and it felt every minute of the near 3 hours that it was this. Didn't.
When is it gonna end?
Yeah,
Just
pretty much.
get to the
That is
field.
how I felt. Whereas this, like I said, it was a blast.
I do think
okay.
Loved it.
It's kind of a weird. I think, like, for me, it's so far all the films we've recast. I think it's kind of a bit different from me and you guys, because all the ones we've done, I've rewatched them for this podcast, but they're ones that I said all of them I would have seen within that year. Like, they're films. I watch a lot of films. Like, they're quite popular films. You know, like, I'll watch, like, Die Hard every Christmas. Like, I watch Jurassic Park, like, quite regularly and stuff. I saw this probably a couple of months before we started Castorol. So, like, a couple of months.
within the
now.
last 6 months. Yeah.
But yeah, but like, I knew it. I almost was like, I don't think I actually need to watch it again. Like, if I don't have time, it'll be fine. I know it. I've watched it so many times.
Yeah.
But I watched it again. It was still so enjoyable. I still got more from it. I still saw things I hadn't before. It breezed by. Like, I kind of mentioned to you guys, for me, I think this is going to be the most difficult. This has been the most difficult one for me to recast, because each person in it is the best cast for that role.
Wow.
Not been for me.
I don't feel the same way about this film. But before we dive into that, let's have a little summary, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the film.
Nicopedia Corner.
So-
do your thing.
Gangs of New York is a 2002, it's an American historical drama. I think you could argue that this is borderline an action film as well in terms of the amount of action, but I guess sort of drama is where it really lies. It's directed by Martin Scorsese, and it's set in 1863. And it's basically following this long-running Catholic-Protestant feud, just as kind of Irish immigrants are really heavily arriving in New York off the boats, and an Irish immigrant group is protesting against the threat of conscription.
Yeah, because it takes place at the height of the American Civil War.
Correct. Yeah, so there's obviously set around this time historically where there was this really kind of heated melting pot in New York in terms of lots of different cultures, clashing at times, sort of in a really condensed environment, trying to get along and live. There was obviously a huge amount of poverty, huge amount of crime, and you ended up seeing a lot of these gangs come forward. So obviously the film is, I would say, loosely based on some historical events. It pulls a lot from events that did happen, but I'd say it's more realistic to say that it's inspired by historical events and certain figures than it is, you know, it's certainly not a biopic of anyone.
No.
There's some figures out there that it pulls from, like Bill the Butcher. William Cutting was very loosely based on a figure at the time. But yeah, this is a really interesting one. I think interesting that you guys absolutely loved it. I think for me, I think this film has so much going for it. I've seen it before. I've really enjoyed it. I think I almost wanted to see... I think it has so much promise in terms of the setting. I just felt like some of what lets this film down for me, and where I found it a little bit janky, was actually in some of the performances I didn't think were as strong as they could have been. And I actually felt like, I'm interested to hear that you maybe didn't feel the same way as an editor, but I felt like a lot of the editing was... And I know that some people say that it's edited in a certain way to feel of a certain time, I don't think that editing film in using some sort of editing approaches from arguably what I would say is from like 1970s soaps makes it feel kind of historically accurate. I think it's such like the scope of this film is so massive. The set that they built custom built this mile wide set of this area in New York around the 5 Points, so they could really showcase all of these buildings. You've got like incredibly set sets for these big set pieces where you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of people. I just don't feel like some of the cinematography and editing does the best for the set and the promise that it had for this film.
So as the way that I agree, it's not as beautifully shot and edited as it could be. But again, I think it's done for a reason, because this whole film is taking place during arguably the most important time during the history of America, American Civil War. You've got the abolition of slavery. You've got Lincoln. You've got, North versus South, all this stuff. And I think the reason that it's shot in the way it's shot is to push this larger thing into a background, to make it feel like the Civil War, to make it feel like all this stuff is something looking over your shoulder. If they'd done huge sweeping shots, if they'd pulled out, if they'd done crane shots here and there, it would have opened up the world. I think they wanted to keep it small. And these figures are living their lives with the background of this huge thing going on. And I think the way it's filmed, the cinematography of it, is meant to reflect that.
Yeah,
it's meant to make you feel.
I like the chaos. I like the chaos of the world, that they really rammed a lot of people in the streets.
I agree,
and
but
like
I think they could have done better than that. Like, there was so many crossfades in this film.
Yeah,
Like, what is going on? I could have did this in Movie Maker.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I mean, the crossfades definitely are. You either sort of love them or hate them, and I think one of the things is if you suddenly spot them, once you see it, you then start seeing it loads, and it can be a distraction.
Yeah.
But I mean, what film ever?
For the uneducated, i.e. me, what do you mean by a crossfade?
So when you have just something, when you see a shot and then it cuts directly to another shot, that's called a jump cut. If you see a shot and then it fades into the next shot, that's a crossfade. So it's like where one blurs out and the next blurs in.
And it feels, at least I think in modern day, quite a dated fade type to see. I think particularly when it's like a period piece in the first place. It's used in a lot of westerns, for example, or particularly older films. But I don't know, it just felt janky. It just felt like, and there was a lot of like panning shots and stuff where I was like, I don't know. I think where this movie is at its best is where it's doing some of the really cool set pieces, like where you've got those scenes when there's a theatre performance that all of the natives are watching. When there's that assassination attempt, like those really, really interesting set pieces are great. And I think near the beginning of the film, there's like some really cool long takes where there's a load going on in a single take, and that's obviously a really interesting feat that they've pulled that off. But yeah, there's moments where I was just like, a bit janky actually.
I think for me, the weakest part of these films are actually the fight sequences, because I like them all and they convey like the sort of the craziness of it and not really knowing who you're attacking or where it's going to come from, and the confusion and stuff. But I could literally have just watched, like my favourite scene is where Bill is just sat there when Leonardo DiCaprio wakes up in the bed next to Cameron Diaz. And and Bill's there just with the towel around him. He talks about like he doesn't sleep much, when he's that is just like three people in a room, very few cuts.
I agree.
I could have just watched Daniel Day-Lewis act for days. Sure, he won the Oscar for this. I was like, it's crazy. I mean, he's great.
It's a surprising one, isn't it?
It is.
How great he was, you would think
sick.
he's won the Oscar. He is the Oscar winner, but
but it's just he is, and like Cards on the Table, I've got to recast him, and I'm like,
how? Just like, how?
Do you want a tip for that?
It's crazy.
Shall we go?
Shall we?
Shall we recast? Shall we? Yeah. Go on then. Who's starting?
It's me.
How are you?
Are you going straight in?
How are you possibly
Would you feel better
recasting Daniel
saving it to the
Day-Lewis?
end, or do you want to get in now and get it?
Oh,
Take the plaster off now.
No, it's got to be Daniel Day-Lewis first, hasn't it?
it's got to be. It's got to be Day-Lewis, Leo.
Should it be Leo
Yeah.
first?
No, fuck Leo.
No,
Okay.
it's got to be Daniel Day-Lewis, then Leonardo.
If we're doing Titanic, we can do Leo first, right? Don't get me wrong, I love Leo, but he's not the main person.
No, he's
It's
absolutely not.
Day-Lewis.
It's Daniel Day-Lewis, yeah.
Okay.
Right. I have got 3 picks for this.
Okay.
I've got a Hollywood, I've got a outside pick, I've got no joke picks for this because it's too good a fucking film.
And without us spending the next 4 hours on this, what is it that you, and there's a load to love about his portrayal of his character, what do you like best about the way
I
this was
like best that this larger than life character that has got some incredibly difficult monologues to deliver at no point doesn't feel real.
Before you recast Daniel Day-Lewis, would you like a few little bits of trivia about Daniel Day-Lewis in this film?
Definitely.
I thought these were quite good.
Is this
So-
Gymopedia Corner?
No.
Is this
So,
Gymopedia Corner?
This is a little Gymopedia. So, to simulate Bill the Butcher's fake eye, Sir Daniel Day-Lewis had his own eyeball covered in a prosthetic lens, and he learnt to tap it with a knife without
Shit, I
flinching.
thought that was CGI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, fuck, he's weird.
He was so committed to the role that after filming one day, Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese invited him out for some meal, and he stayed in character the whole time and scared the shit out of the waitress.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
His
I want my
method is-
steak rare.
That's such a Day-Lewis
I mean, that
The thing is, right, can I
brilliant, I
just
thought.
stop there for 1 second to interrupt? So this whole method actor thing is like, it's kind of like, should you be a method actor? Shouldn't you be a method actor? You shouldn't ever be a dick, right? But I do get, when you're these like sort of heightened characters, like, you know, Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, or like Heath Ledger as the Joker, or like Daniel Day-Lewis as this character, like, it's difficult to turn it on and turn it off. Like you must have done stuff where like I don't know, I've been doing things where I've done like voice acting and stuff, and I've had to like do an accent for a part. It's difficult to like get into that accent and then just, oh yeah, I'll just have a cup of tea and then go back. Like, it's difficult to do that. It is easier to stay in the accent, in the role.
I guess when you spent whatever amount of time and energy in that process of becoming
Yeah.
and finding the character, it probably feels like once you're there, it's also almost like I might lose some of this if I sort of leave it.
And how much fun would it be to be Bill the Butcher in
Yeah.
Applebee's?
Absolutely.
One last little tidbit.
Ah.
In an interview, to prepare for the role, he said he listened to Eminem.
That was the one of those 3 facts I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I've got to say.
What?
Interesting.
What of Eminem prepared him for this role?
It was Eminem's concept album where he explored
Just
1860s.
It doesn't digress. It just says, in an interview, he said to prepare for the role, he listened to Eminem.
Just to throw in one more piece of trivia. Sorry to Daniel Day-Lewis
No,
for a second. In terms of the accents in this film, obviously there's a load of Irish accents in this. To get his accent for the natives, they didn't have almost any real life experience or recordings to draw from, because this sort of weird native accent for Bill the Butcher and his kind of native minions, that it doesn't exist anymore. It's kind of been drowned out in history and stuff, enveloped by other New York accents. So they had to use loads of they trawled through history with a vocal coach to try to think of what this accent was. So they used a lot of like newspaper clippings. There were some poems and stuff like that, and then they tried to put together what they thought this accent was, and they ended up with this like really cool, unique.
Whoopsie daisy.
sinister-
Yeah, it's kind of it is interesting, and I mean this is the thing. That's why recasting is so difficult, because I feel like the level of actor to do this has to be really high. So let me start. So
Please put Michael Caine in this book.
That's a good. I feel like it's a good job neither of us two are cast in this role.
just for Michael Caine to say the N-word loads, just my God,
You can't be doing that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's safe to say this is not a film that would be made today, is it?
yeah.
Absolutely not.
Hold up, lads. We're not going to the draft, all right? Right, no, so not. So my Hollywood pick, I mean, Tom Hardy. It is an easy one, I know. But I feel like, think about Tom Hardy in Peaky Blinders. He does so well at this, like, oh, fucking Margate. You know, he can do accents. He can
to throw himself
he will get into that.
He would do it well, yeah.
He would be terrifying. He would be like...
What was the gangster film where he...
Was it not...
Legend.
Yes.
Where he played both parts.
Yeah. No, not The Craze. The American gangster film where he was... Is it Shia LaBeouf, I think?
Oh, yeah. Shia LaBeouf and Tom Hardy. Oh, fuck. It's like the Moonshiners, the liquor runners, isn't it?
Yes.
Lawless.
Yeah, like great in that.
Exactly,
like, really
right.
sinister. So, yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
he'd do well.
Good.
Yeah.
He'd be solid. Right. My outside pick is Eddie Redmayne. Because I haven't seen Eddie Redmayne in that role. The only mean, evil role I've seen Eddie Redmayne is that fucking Jupiter Ascendant or whatever it is, which is...
We've got to do that, by the way.
Yeah, it's possibly the only sci-fi film worse than Rebel Moon.
I haven't seen it.
I've not seen it. I've just heard it's absolute dog
It's
shit.
bad. Eddie Redmayne is fine in it, but Eddie Redmayne is brilliant. I feel like what I quite liked about Eddie Redmayne is I feel like thing with Tom Hardy is maybe like a younger Tom Hardy, but Tom Hardy now looks like a beast. He looks like he'd beat you in a fight.
Yeah.
The thing about Daniel Day-Lewis is he's like a proper fighter. Like he's quick and nimble, and he'll stab you.
He's not massive built, is he? He's
pugilist body is what he's got, you know?
Like an old-time boxer.
And I feel like Eddie Redmayne would look like you'd be scared because you're like,
He'd
how
have
is
to
this
put on
slight man?
He'd still have to put on a bit of meat, Eddie Redmayne, but he would, yeah.
But I think almost that like slightness and almost like, you know, obviously it's a period film, but like nerdy look. You'd be like, everyone's scared of this like nerdy little weedy guy.
I can see it in the
yeah.
costumes.
Yeah.
Shout out to the costume department on this film.
Yeah,
Right? Because, oh my god.
Yeah, I can see both of those. Both, I'd say, good picks so far.
But I've gone with...
Oh, hang on.
And having said all the things I said earlier, and he's in a film coming up with Tom Hardy, but I have gone with Austin Butler.
Oh, I don't know a lot of... I know of Elvis, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, he's in that. He's in like a World War II fighter pilot film, and he's going to be in this new one about biker gangs. I think it's called The Biker.
Okay.
With Tom Hardy. And I just feel like he does such a good job with Elvis's accent, and he does embody the role, and he's kind of method and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like he would get the accent.
Nice.
And I feel like he kind of, you know, he's obviously very pretty and quite gaunt in the face. And like him with that kind of mustache and like looking kind of odd and a bit comical.
Right. Yeah.
But he would just, and he'd be so intense, like these piercing eyes.
I think I mix him up with Bill Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Because they've got a similar kind of smirky look almost, and he really sort of smouldering and.
I think that's the weakest of your three, Sam. Ooh. I think the one you've chosen is the weakest of your three.
Really?
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I've had to just look him up, but now I know. I don't. I think Eddie Redmayne it would be better than him.
Yeah, I mean, I think
if you didn't want to go with the easy option of Tom Hardy, I think Eddie Redmayne would be the better choice.
I don't want to go with the easy option because I never want to go to the easy option. Tom Hardy would do it, but everyone would be like, "Oh, Tom Hardy's good in this."
Tom Hardy's playing another one of these roles.
And I feel, and the reason that I didn't go with Eddie Redmayne, I went with Austin Butler, is because I think it would be like another like, okay, we know Eddie Redmayne can do that. We know Austin Butler can do, you know, this. We know he can be the heartthrob. Oh my God, he can do villain. Like, you know, it's like giving him a chance to have another string spell. He won the Oscar, like he's got clout, you know, they're all Oscar winners. But, you know, it's... Actually, does Tom Hardy win an Oscar? Sure he must have.
I don't know if he has.
Probably not a Best Actor Oscar.
Yeah.
Well,
Redmayne has
maybe a
obviously,
supporting
Butler
actor
has.
Oscar, maybe. But I don't
So,
know.
yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm willing to bow to popular opinion. If you guys think Redmayne would be better, if you guys have a better choice,
is your pick today, Sam? For me personally, I'd say that's the weaker of the three.
I haven't seen enough of Austin Butler to know, other than promos I've seen for Elvis, which was really impressive. So I'm open to seeing what he could do with that role.
Do you know what? Let's not decide right now. Let's see what the other cast are like and see which one would play off best against them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, on that note, where are we going?
Leo now.
it's got to be Leo now.
Yeah.
Okay. Leo. So I've got Leo. So Leonardo DiCaprio plays Amsterdam Valen, who is the protagonist, really, of this film, isn't he? So I know we've said that this is a Daniel Day-Lewis film, but I think it's Amsterdam Valen who carries the narrative about being...
Well, it's his narrative, really, isn't it?
It's his narrative,
his story.
yes.
Yeah, it's his
all
story.
around him. So obviously, as a child, witnesses his father's death at the hands of Bill the Butcher. He's cast away to, what is the place called? Hellstead? or something?
Was it Hellgate or
Hellgate.
Yeah. Which sounds as though it's like reformist, sort
Like
of
an
school or
orphanage,
something, or-
convent
yeah,
type thing.
along those lines, right? And then it reappears 16 years later, so he must be early 20s at this point. And like one thing on his mind, and that is getting his revenge against Bill the Butcher. So somehow kind of ingratiates himself back into the gang. I think initially does that through finding his old friend, who we also saw as like a child in the sort of
Well, yeah, he
prologue.
helped him get away in the beginning to begin with, didn't he?
Yeah, so that's Johnny Sirocco, played by Henry Thomas, and Henry Thomas played Elliot in E.T., which blew my mind.
Do you know what? That might be a film recast because I do not like E.T.
Do you not?
I don't.
I'm glad you said it first because I don't have fond memories of E.T.
Do you not?
No.
Is it because the finger freaked you out a bit?
The finger always freaks me out. But no, that's not it. It's one of those films where I'm like, I don't care about anything that's happening in this film.
Not even the bike flying
not
past
even,
the moon.
I do not care at any point about that sort of bunch of poo
Whimsy,
lumped
sort of,
on top of each other. But not that I don't like those kind of films, because I love Flight of the Navigator.
What a great film.
Right, great film.
Goonies.
Yeah, Goonies, amazing. Like, I love it. E.T. was one
Didn't
of those
get
ones
you.
where I was just like...
Sorry, Henry Thomas.
So, yeah, but-
Sam fucking hated it.
Henry Thomas is quite good in this.
He's okay,
I
yeah.
think he's pretty decent in this.
He appears to have absolutely nailed the sideways nervous glance in this film. He's doing a lot of sideways nervous glances. But yeah, very
I
good.
mean, to be fair, you are kind of led to be told. You're basically being told you've got to look over your shoulder at every point in this world.
Yeah.
In this world,
Yeah, not the best place to live, right? Everyone's either at any one point in time being murdered, robbed, raped. Something horrible is happening to everyone.
I also feel like he plays it quite well, because he's like a good-looking guy in this, and Cameron Diaz's character like just doesn't like him at all. And you're like, hang on, in this world of like horrible people, like cutthroats, like old men with like 4 teeth in their head, why wouldn't you look at this quite attractive young man? Because he's a bit of a pussy. Like he gave me the fucking ick, let alone like her. So he kind of plays it quite well. Of like, you can see why she dismisses him.
Oh,
like,
Johnny was
yeah,
talking about.
exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, and then Leo appears, and she's like,
then
"There's
Leo,
my-
obviously Leo's.
there's my man."
There he is.
So anyway, so going back to Amsterdam Valen. So again, also he's meant to be from Kerry in Ireland, so worked heavily with voice coaches to get the accent. I think does it fine. I mean, I'm not a
Does he
Kerry
do an
native
accent?
myself. Yeah,
I
it's like
think he tries.
it's like American.
It's not strong.
Well, he's meant to be American born, but he's
Yeah.
his father, I think, or maybe generations
He
from
kind of-
Ireland, from Kerry.
When he first reappears, he does a lot of like slang words,
I think he probably
and then
puts
kind
the
of gives up
accent
on it.
I think he's obviously very Americanized, but I think he's meant to. I think he's trying to pull the rug over their eyes by putting the accent on, maybe.
Well, as in, like, maybe he drops his Irish accent around
so he
Butcher.
brings the
Right.
accent on when it's required, but then
Yeah.
he drops it so he can get in with Daniel Day-Lewis's gang with the Butcher.
Yeah, it could well be.
Either that or he just forgets to put the accent on at times.
It's not strong,
Also
but then
maybe.
that's fine, because like we don't want Charlie Hunnam from Rebel Moon.
That way lies madness.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of picks. So I think, I'm not quite decided. I think initially someone that I really, really like. And then I was like, I don't think they could play this role. Is Adrian Brody, who's brilliant, right? Obviously in The Pianist and films like that, brilliant. It's kind of
Just to clarify,
reimagining-
he said pianist.
like someone
with
that
a T.
plays the piano. Loved him in The Pianist. And he's past couple of years, he's been kind of reimagining himself as an action star. which has been interesting.
I think that was maybe a bit of a failed experiment.
Well, yeah, but I think he's possibly self-directed like a gangstery film now, where he's like the star, the actiony star.
He's quite good in Peaky Blinders.
Is he in Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, he's like a gangster in Peaky Blinders at one
Oh,
point.
yeah. So, but then I was like, I don't know. I mean, he's obviously very Jewish, Italian looking. I was like, I don't know if they'd cast him as an Irish, someone of Irish descent. So I was like, well, I love him, but maybe I'll keep looking for other picks. Then I came across, do you guys know Michael Pitt? Michael Pitt is kind of like if you took Leonardo DiCaprio and raised him on asparagus.
He does look like his piss smells.
So he's been in a bunch of stuff. He is in Broadwalk Empire, probably one of the things he's really well known for.
Yeah.
I knew initially from the remake of Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh.
He plays like the weird robot.
The white hair.
No, he's the guy that's like he's like the villain throughout.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
And he's really good in that, I thought.
Yeah.
So I was he was on my radar from that. So he's interesting, actually. Apparently he's maybe gone a bit off the rails in recent times. Apparently he's notoriously difficult to work with as well.
Sounds like a great choice for this then.
Yeah, well, throw him against Daniel Day-Lewis, and it'd be like, let's see what happens. So then, yeah, my other two picks are, next one, almost too easy, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
I know he's so good. But is it like he's such an easy Irishman to put in this?
What
Because
are
I'm
you
guessing,
talking?
but-
What kind of age Colin Farrell are you talking?
Younger, definitely younger. I think because the age of the role was early 20s, so this would be young.
This is the thing, because I've got Colin Farrell for something.
Have you?
Yeah. But have we actually done a bit of a weird thing here? Because Colin Farrell would work really well as Bill the Butcher.
He could be a
And
shout.
Austin Butler might work really well as
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do
So if we kind of
switch. Well, let me throw in my third pick. And
difficult because Colin Farrell's obviously Irish as well. So it's like-
My third pick is Robert Pattinson. I
Yeah.
think he's a really good actor, actually. Obviously,
He gets a lot of hate because he's the sparkly vampire.
But that's
guy.
the thing. That's the
But-
only thing he's done that's bad.
yeah, right.
And he's not bad in it.
He's bad. Though. It's only bad because people of a certain age view it as teen.
No, it's
shite.
only bad because it's terrible.
Are they bad?
Yeah.
But are they though?
Yeah.
Oh God! Now we're gonna have to do Twilight, aren't we?
They are bad.
I mean, I don't personally like Twilight, but are they bad?
Yeah. They are bad. There's zero story, terrible effects, awful casting, people,
they
actors
are
that
based
don't
off
care
of
about themselves.
literature, and you're saying there's no story.
Yeah, but the literature is fan fucking fiction. It's shit.
I think we're starting to see a pattern here. Anyway,
You're saying there's no story, but it's based off literature.
Just because it's written in a book doesn't mean there's a story.
yeah, but
Nothing
like a
happened.
bad film based off of a mediocre at best book that obviously
Yeah.
it may have went like massively viral and stuff. Anyway, let's not go there. Let's just say that actually I think he's a really, really credible, really talented actor. So obviously Batman more recently. There was a sort of vaguely gangstery drama that he was in. I've not seen all the way through, but I thought he was really good in that. So I think he's
great.
A really good, sort of like a sort of early 20s Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
For me, I think would be a really good pick in this. And again, it's not, I wouldn't say that Leonardo DiCaprio's performance blew me away in this necessarily. I think he's perfectly serviceable.
He's serviceable. Yeah, he wasn't great. Was
I
he?
have to say, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think any young DiCaprio role is that great. He's fine, but it always feels like he doesn't quite fully believe what he's playing. It almost feels like there's a slight disconnect of it almost feels like at any second you'll hear the director say cut and then he'll go, that kind of thing. Like, did I just say that? Like,
For the listeners, Sam did like a really cheesy smirk.
yeah, like it was, and I love like older DiCaprio, like Django, and like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
But I
where
also
he's-
think much younger DiCaprio. If you go back to like What's Eating Gilbert Grape,
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
like unbelievable. So yeah, I think somewhere in like the early heartthrob phase, maybe lost a little of what makes
As a
him
leading
such
man,
a good
is a
actor.
bit, yeah.
But also, obviously, like we said, this film is really a vehicle for Daniel Day-Lewis's performance. So you know what I mean, there's I don't know what we're expecting from. I mean, I think it could have been played in a way that elevated it to the extent that even more so, it would have been like these two acting behemoths, like standing off against each other. I'd like to have seen that.
I'll tell you something that for me, that I feel is the only real weak part of the film. Is there's a point where Leonardo DiCaprio's Amsterdam character, like, he takes his shot at Bill Cutty and he tries to kill him and it goes badly wrong and Bill, like, stabs him in the gut and then, like, in the words of Bill Cutty, is going to beat him
It's
so
Cutting,
much
by the
that...
way.
Cutting.
I think it's
Cutting.
William Cutting.
Is it? It's like there's Cuddy, isn't it?
No, it's. I think
Cutting.
it's Cutting. Yeah, I think you're right.
I thought it was Cuddy.
He says he's going to beat him so much that, like, people are going to fear him and he's going to lose his good looks, and he burns him on the side of the face with a knife. And by the end of the film, he's got like one tiny scar.
Yeah,
Like-
tiny little scar on
Yeah,
his cheek.
like-
Still handsome.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel if they'd really let into that, and like after the beating,
De-
he'd look
properly
like a
deformed
fucking
him,
elephant
yeah.
man. Like, you'd have
Really
been like,
deform his
"Whoa."
face, yeah.
But they obviously didn't want to.
Because it would have really hammered home like the futility of revenge and
Yeah,
violence and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so I
And
I
also
feel like
elevate the danger that...
So getting back to it, I think Robert Pattinson's a great show.
Yeah, I think that's a good... No, I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
lovely. Who's next then? We're gonna go with the love interest.
Sure. I mean, I feel like we have to.
Come on.
So I hate Cameron Diaz. Just gonna throw it out there, I think she's awful.
you?
She is the depiction of you're hired because you're pretty. I feel the same way about Cameron Diaz as you did with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
I hate her. Can't stand her. I think
I'm
she's
not
awful.
the biggest fan.
I
You
think
guys
she's
leave
awful.
Gwyneth and Cameron alone.
I've even wrote down at one point, the fuck is this accent she's doing? Because it's all over the fucking shop. Honestly, pick a lane, love.
Hang on.
It's all over the fucking shop, her
Have you
accent.
seen The Mask?
Yes.
Have you seen There's Something About Mary?
Yes.
And you still think she's terrible in all of that?
I mean,
Are
they're
you-
not the hardly acting behemoths, are they, those roles?
She's great.
Are you saying that
You
she's
trying to-
attractive or a good actress?
Both. I think she's great in those roles.
I mean, the,
She's not great in
the
The
mask
Mask.
was her debut role, and
do you know what
she's
though?
very beautiful, not good.
I do agree that she's not like phenomenal in this, but it surprises me that you still
not good at
you
all.
still hold this film in such high regard, despite what we've already said are like at least two of the other main characters' performances not being amazing.
Yeah,
so
but
is it because Day-Lewis's performance is so good
Yeah, Day-Lewis's performance.
that we're willing to
Yeah, but
forgo a lot
we've
of
not
other
said
stuff in the
that
film?
DiCaprio was bad.
No.
I think
I am saying that Cameron Diaz is bad.
I don't think she's terrible in this, but I think when she's on screen, it's not as good.
I think she's awful.
It's like she. I'll tell you what she does do well. She does the in peril stuff very well. Like when she's fighting to get back to him, and when she's like, you know, when Bill's throwing the knives at her, is kind of playing this cat and mouse game. She looks genuinely terrified, which we shouldn't just take that for granted that an actor can genuinely look terrified.
Yeah.
And she does that well. But when she's trying to be like
I
confident,
think that's about the only thing she does do well in this film. I think the rest of it, I don't think she's good.
Well, in that case, who have you got to make
Okay,
this film better?
so I've got three options. My Hollywood option is Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen. I love Elizabeth Olsen.
When I learn to talk, Elizabeth Olsen.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's a good Hollywood choice. I think she would do the role very well.
She's actually a really good actor.
She's great.
She's brilliant.
Another
Yeah.
option I went with is Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
She's not as good.
no. I think I'm going to go for a left field pick, and I'm
Whoopi
gonna,
Goldberg.
right.
An old Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm going to butcher the name. It's I've gone with Kaya Scodelario.
How are you spelling that?
Scodelario. Yeah, Scodelario. Scodelario. So she is from Skins. She's done the Maze Runner films. She's done some other things.
I never knew that was her name.
Yeah, she's really good in a load of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm
Is
picking
she
her.
really good in that?
She's really good in Skins. What else has been in? Cruel, A Maze Runner, okay, less so.
Yeah, maybe not so, but
Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, The King's Daughter. Okay, it's not as not as strong as I was thinking, but Skins she was awesome in.
She was
it's
good.
an improvement on Cameron Diaz. That's all I'm saying.
It is. I think similarly to to what you said about mine. I think she's the weakest of your three.
Yeah, I think she is admittedly the weakest of the three.
But I think
because the other two are massive Hollywood actresses.
Yeah, I think actually I don't think she's the weakest. I think she's a better pick than Amanda Seyfried. Yeah, I could see her doing it. I think she'd do well, actually. I think with Elizabeth Olsen, even if you cast her younger, I think sorry, I can't pronounce her blooming name.
Kaya, just say Kaya.
Kaya.
Just go.
I think Kaya would do really well at that, like seeming innocent, playing that part of like damsel in distress or something like that, and then like robbing you.
Yeah,
like,
and there'd be more of a shock.
Yeah.
I think you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Can I throw a name in there?
You can throw a name in, yeah.
If she could do an Irish accent, because she's French, so fair play, sure she can.
I mean, what accent is Cameron Diaz meant to be doing
Well, it's
in this
vaguely
film?
Irish, isn't it?
Like I said, it's all
American
over the
Irish.
fucking shop. It's
Is Marion Cotillard?
Courtier. Yeah.
Who's
mean, she's
amazing.
amazing.
Obviously, we played alongside Leonardo
She's-
DiCaprio in Inception.
Batman as well.
Yes.
okay.
Dark Knight Rises.
I've always thought she's unbelievable.
Talia al Ghul.
So good. But yeah, I can see. But I think, good pick.
Yeah.
What about Anne Hathaway from Princess Bride? No, it's not.
I mean, you joke.
Anne Hathaway's a
You
shit.
joke, but it's a good,
Anne
show.
Hathaway's good. She was really good, obviously, in Les Mis,
Yes.
which would be a similar kind of role.
Yeah.
That wasn't my pick. I just made a joke. But
Could
actually
you
should be
imagine
on.
if this was a musical, though? Mainly, what number would Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill the Butcher sing?
New York, New York.
As he's just throwing knives and shanking people.
Da, 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 da.
I'm now picturing this film as a musical. I like it.
I think
I like it.
Maybe do it as like
I mean,
a
that's
Hamilton-esque.
It's not
Yeah.
about improvement, but I'm liking what I'm picturing in my head.
So am
That'd be good.
It would be good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good show, I think. I like
Cutting
it.
you this way, cutting you that. It's Bill cutting.
I. Okay, who have we got next?
Where are we going next?
Should we just go round to me then?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Walter Monk McGinn, played by Brendan Gleeson. Oh, such a good actor. So good. So he plays sort of an outlier. Like at the beginning of the film, when you've got the dead rabbits, he is not aligned to the dead rabbits, but he's willing to, like, he's a mercenary in effect. He's willing to, like, sell them his services.
Yeah.
So he, like, fights on the side of them, and then as soon as Liam Neeson's character's killed, he, like, you know...
Rob's him blind.
Well, he doesn't rob him.
Like,
he
he
Liam
takes his
Neeson
pay,
said, I'll
yeah.
pay you this much for everyone you kill. He takes what he's owed.
Doesn't it turn out later that he was getting a locket or something which he eventually gives back?
Yeah, so he was...
because he was obviously protecting. I'm assuming he was protecting Leo
Yeah.
because I'm assuming the locket had a photo of.
It wasn't
Leo.
a locket, it was the knife. It was the...
That was it, the razor?
The razor blade that
That
had
was it.
Liam Neeson's blood on it.
The locket was something else.
The
Oh
locket's
yeah, no,
on
the
it.
knife. Yeah, the knife was buried in the.
Exactly, the knife.
Yeah,
So he is this sort of mercenary at the beginning. Then when Leonardo DiCaprio comes back, he recognises him, but he doesn't give him away. No. He's like made a life for himself as a barber. And then as the sort of the events of the story unfold, Leonardo DiCaprio convinces other characters we haven't talked about, like the government, the governors, the officials, to like elect Brendan Gleeson's character to like the position of sheriff. So he's now like elected official. They go up against Bill Cutty's like man, and it's kind of like a political to and fro. Cutting.
Well, wasn't Bill cutting the other man?
No, I don't know.
No, it wasn't.
I think he
was
like
someone else. He was backing.
he was
campaign.
backing something. Yeah, and so like he's an elected official, and then he goes and talks about Bill, and then Bill just kills him in cold blood. It's not even a fight. Like stabs him in the back.
Throws a butcher's cleaver into his
Yeah.
His back, and then just wells on him with his big stick.
And it just shows that he's kind of completely kind of lost the plot and doesn't care. So again, got 3 picks for this. Now, this was quite difficult again because I felt like you kind of almost couldn't cast non-Irish actors, but I kind of, one of them, forgive me, I'm not 100% sure whether he is or isn't. But so my outside pick, or my sort of my outside pick would be Liam Cunningham, who is from Game of Thrones. He's the Onion Knight. He's Davos.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
I think he might be Welsh, actually. And maybe just double check that because I don't want to make an idiot of myself.
He's Irish.
He is Irish, isn't he?
Hmm.
Oh, there we are then.
Yeah,
I
he's
think,
awesome.
I think
He's
he'd
in
be
so
really
much
good.
stuff.
He's in so much stuff. Obviously, I know him from Game of Thrones mostly, but I think he's really good because he would kind of he's like a surrogate father figure, and I think he'd play it quite well.
Yeah.
For my Hollywood pick, I've gone with Colin Farrell.
Oh, I love that. Because
like-
him and Gleeson have been in so many great films
Exactly,
together.
yeah.
I think it's a great switch.
Yeah. We know he'd do it. We know he'd be brilliant. Like, just doesn't. But my actual pick, and again, so I've tried to think of like something you wouldn't think of, something that might surprise you. I've gone with Brendan Fraser.
Wow.
Because
Interesting.
I think like the more recent roles he's done, especially with like The Whale, are these kind of vulnerable kind of people that you kind of feel for, and you that he gets lots of emotion out of you.
I'd almost feel bad for that reason, for then seeing him clubbing people over the head with his big hefty club.
But I think you need somebody that, because it is difficult. Like Brendan Gleeson, maybe not that people don't give enough credit for the fact that at the start of the film he's an ass, and by the end of it you're like, oh my god, the poor man. And like that's quite a journey to take you on. Like, and I feel like I haven't seen Brendan Fraser in that kind of a role, and I'd just be really interested to see it as like an experiment.
Okay.
I don't know if he could do accents.
Oh,
He'd need to, but he'd just be good.
yeah, he's always good.
And I think like the sight of him with that like butcher's blade in his back kind of flailing,
Oh, that'd be heavy.
your heart would go out to him, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Lovely. not as controversial as my Austin Butler one.
Oh, nice. Okay, so next up, I have got Happy Jack, played by the absolutely amazing, fabulous John C. Reilly. So Happy Jack, we see very initially, he's a member of the Dead Rabbits. At the beginning, in the first battle scene, where he's sort of alongside Liam Neeson, so he's like an original member of the Dead Rabbits. And
He's
stuff.
like he's like his second in command. It makes it seem
Pretty much, yeah. And then when we see him later, after all that time has passed, and Amsterdam Valen returns to the area, he's now the policeman, basically.
He's the law.
He's the law. Yeah, he's basically
the law.
like a corrupt like bastard as well, isn't he? So he's like,
Oh yeah, he's just in the pocket, and he just anyone who's willing to pay.
right. He's getting payouts left, right, and centre.
And he obviously he knows all the tricks because he used to do it, so he's always there. On
And I think you learn to hate him enough by the end, where like, by the time he's killed, so the Dead Rabbits kill him, don't they? And they make a
Well, DiCaprio kills him.
and they make a show of him, don't they? Leave him out in the town square in the 5 points.
You're happy to see him strung up in the square, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. One thing I couldn't figure out throughout his journey was whether his accent was really good or really bad. I couldn't figure it out. It's either like the best. It was an interesting one.
There's no middle ground, is there?
There was no middle ground there. Yeah.
Cheers, boys. Now you're keeping it. It's very kind of like
So I didn't know if it was a little bit too hammy or he'd absolutely nailed like a. Obviously everyone had like all these voice coaching and everything, but that one I was like, oh, can't tell. But anyway, I think I've got some really good picks of this, and actually I've got 4 names. I'd be happy with any of these.
4?
I'm going to throw them at you. You guys pick. All right, you guys. Because I'd have all of them. I'd have one in each scene, playing the same character.
Are any of them Vince Vaughn?
Now right, I've got 5 picks. Throw them at you.
I'm telling you now, you don't.
Okay, so my 4 picks are John Goodman.
Oh.
Come on. Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Right? Thanos himself. Could be a right dick, wouldn't he? With that, like, imagine him with that tash and like...
Thanos, but okay.
Sorry, Thanos. Matt Dillon. Who I really rate. Have you seen a lot of his like...
I like him. He's just not good at accents.
Well, is he not?
No.
But the one I'm possibly leaning towards the most, right, is the one, the only, is Kurt Russell. How good would Kurt Russell be in this film? I'd stick him in any of these
Kurt
roles.
Russell.
Yeah, I'd
What
stick him.
was your first one?
I'd have him for Cameron Diaz. John Goodman.
John Goodman's a good
John
one.
Goodman.
I was almost considering Russell for Bill.
Were you? Yeah,
yes,
I think that's a shout.
He's good.
He's so fucking good. But yeah, I think Happy Jack, Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell. Oh,
Probably the
In
only
one
choice, isn't
scene, John Goodman in another scene.
maybe
Josh Brolin, Matt
Kurt
Dillon.
Russell when he's like a young Kurt Russell when he's young, and then morphs as John Goodman.
Well, it does. I suppose we have like that 16 years have passed, right? So we could have like the young one, Josh Brolin, Matt Dillon, and then the old one, John Goodman / Kurt Russell.
Do you know why I like Kurt Russell in that one? Because you're not used. Like I feel like Josh Brolin, you've seen him in like gritty, like hardly talking, kind of roles. Whereas I think for Kurt Russell, you're last seeing him as Santa Claus, and you're like, let's see him in
Yeah, he has been in some though. Like, obviously, he can sport an incredible tash, which we know from those films. But what was the brutal fucking Western
Hateful
horror
Eight.
film? No, obviously that. Yeah, awesome in that. But something Tomahawk, Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Have you not seen that? It's great, but it's brutal as fuck.
I just love him in The Thing.
Oh,
And Escape from New York.
chef's kiss. So yeah, Kurt Russell is it.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's in.
Kurt Russell it is then.
Right, Jim.
Okay,
Fire
well, after all of that, we come to me for a very controversial ending.
Who have you got?
So, my other one was Priest of Alan, played by Liam Neeson. Now, I don't want to speak ill of the dead. I have 3 words written down next to his name for my recasting.
Liam Neeson's not dead.
Hey, isn't he?
No.
Yeah, I think he might be.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah, he died a few years ago.
Yeah, I think he is.
What? No.
No, he's not.
Is he not?
Wait, who's dead then?
Why do you think Liam
died?
Neeson's dead?
I thought Liam Neeson was dead.
No.
I thought he died of like cancer or some shit.
No.
Did he not?
No.
Is he died?
No, he's not.
Is he not?
Not dead.
Why did I think he
I
was
thought I was
dead?
kind of with you
A
there.
couple of years ago, he got cancelled for something he said. Not cancer.
Do you think that's what
I thought he was.
This cancer culture is terrible.
No, I thought he had died.
No.
Well,
So you can speak as ill of
I
him
can
as you
speak
like.
as ill of him as I want now. Fuck him. Anyway, I've got 3 words written next to his name. Who fucking cares?
ooh,
You cast whoever you want. Who fucking cares?
really that bad?
I actually think this is one of his best roles.
He's in it for fucking no time at all. Who cares?
Yeah, but
Stick
needs-
cast,
do you not
cast anyone in it?
But
Are you
he-
basing that mainly on the fact that he's not in it for
Yeah,
long?
who fucking cares? Put anyone in it.
But you need
I
some...
could do that fucking role.
Well, let's not
Put
say things we
anyone,
can't take back.
who fucking cares?
I would cast him as Happy Jack.
Honestly, I
Hello,
couldn't,
boys!
I couldn't give a toss. Are you recasting this role?
Do you not think though the obviously where his role is integral is like
I'm not debating. I'm not debating it's an integral role.
is handing the
I don't
torch
give
over
a fuck.
because of his performance?
Not because he's barely doing anything.
But then you can't think
He does
he's
a
that
little.
integral.
He does a little speed.
But that means...
Then he has a fight, and then he dies.
But that means there's so much room for a great cameo.
Yeah. So put anyone. I don't fucking care who.
Have
It's
you
how-
got any picks?
No, I've literally written 3 words. Who fucking cares?
Well, I think
Because I certainly don't.
Moving forward, then I'm afraid you said that for you because I think the rule should be if someone turns up to record this goddamn podcast without the energy to cast one of these roles, Michael Cera has to be put into the role. So Michael Cera is now Priest Valor.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Look what you've done, and you've only yourself to blame.
To be fair, we've got a lot of other names. I think Colin Farrell might be good in that.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's great in everything, but we haven't actually put him in any of these.
Yes, we haven't. I think him. You could
And
chuck
I
John
think,
Goodman in.
I think,
There's a lot of
like,
people.
I think the reason Colin Farrell would work is because you're like, I think you've never seen this film before. Colin Farrell, big name, like, oh great, like what's he? He's going to be in this. Oh fuck, he's dead.
Yeah, do
Like-
a Game of Thrones on it.
Do a Game of Thrones, do an Alien, you know, do it like you have your biggest person die first. So something like that. I mean, have you at least then picked someone else? Because there are other characters that we didn't recast that are big.
No, I've got 3 words written out. Who fucking cares? As like I said to you in our WhatsApp chat, as far as picking names are concerned, I've only focused on the ones I had. Anyone else,
Would you have cared?
I'm going to spend my time enjoying watching the film.
Would you have cared if Justin Bieber would have been cast in this role?
I mean, would he have been cast in this role? now?
Just humour me.
If he was cast in this role, I don't think I'd be taking the film seriously.
But I don't know if you have. That's obviously an integral role that you've said, like, yes, you understand he's important to the plot.
I think the reason
I would
I think the reason that there's this reaction is because I get that he doesn't have much screen time, but he needs to be in that very short amount of time huge on screen. He needs to be such a presence, such like a character, someone you believe beat Bill, within an inch of his life. Somebody that Bill respects, even after death. Someone that his son loved so much that he's willing to go through all this for. Someone that, the dead rabbits respected so much that even all this time, with all that to risk, they reform. Those ties. Like, it's such an important character that it needs to be someone big. And I think you've missed an opportunity to put someone really great in there.
Didn't care.
Fair enough.
Well, it's Colin Farrell.
I had absolutely nothing from that death.
His death set us off. I'm not saying it's like
I felt
amazingly acted or
I just think
incredibly.
the role was just it felt very throwaway. He comes in, does a little speech. You clearly line him up. Okay, so this is DiCaprio's dad, and then he just dies in a fight, and it's like, all right.
I suppose where I'd agree is that is the risk of having like a really a death so early on in the film where so much of the plot hinges on that death, because that whole thing is his death is the vehicle for the whole film, because it's the vehicle for Amsterdam's revenge, right? But where you've not had chance to develop the character so much, and then you introduce his death, which is meant to be really emotive and set all those wheels in motion. I do get that we've not had that chance. But at the same time, if you there were maybe actors we could have put in that role, like Sam said, like to really elevate that and get as much emotional impact out of that death as we could have.
Honestly, I don't think you could put anyone in that role that's going to make me go, okay.
I'm going to put in, never mind Michael Cera, I'm going to put Jeff Goldblum in. Just straight up, be Jeff as himself. With his glasses on.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna fight.
And his monologue when he's dying is actually like 25 minutes long. Really rambling.
Yeah, I just think I just didn't care at all.
I mean,
wow. He's gone.
I mean,
cool.
I've got a couple of shouts for some other roles if we want to dive into that. So, I forget the name of it's Elijah. Not Elijah. It's Leonardo DiCaprio's best friend. Is it Jimmy?
Johnny.
Rocco. So actually, I thought Elijah Wood. Because Elijah Wood, Leonardo DiCaprio, similar age, came up in a lot of films together, similar roles. I think he's good. He's like a pretty boy, but like kind of a bit of a wuss.
Yeah,
I like it.
And another role that's in this, it's quite big that we didn't recast, is Tammany, like the sort of the governor. What is he? He's
the mayor, I guess.
Yeah, he's some sort of elected official.
Yeah,
and throughout it, he's trying to work with Bill and then work with Leonardo DiCaprio to like capture these votes. That's all he cares about, is just votes, getting the Irish off the boats, getting their votes.
Yeah,
and so it's kind of like he's played amazingly by blanked on the name. I always do this.
Jim Broadbent.
Jim Broadbent. Thank you very much.
Well.
Played by Jim Broadbent, who's amazing, and who I think you need to kind of like love, but also think he's scum of the earth, which Jim Broadbent does brilliantly. Yeah. So my two potential picks, one is Jeff Bridges.
Nice.
Because I think that would be like him in like, just everyone loves Jeff Bridges.
He'd be a shout for a Happy Jack, actually.
Or Bill. But one that I thought would be really funny is Dick Van Dyke. Right?
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke as like the bank manager, but he's also because Dick Van Dyke plays like in Mary Poppins, plays like obviously the guy you all love, the chimney sweep,
happy-go-lucky,
but he also plays the evil bank manager. And I just think like that part, I think
that duality is interesting.
Dick Van Dyke, I think is really so there you are.
Nice. Shall we recap? Obviously, we've not done the whole cast, a massive cast in this.
There's loads of people.
Yeah, we've just gone through the major roles. So should we recap what we've done in this film?
Well, I think we need to go with Daniel Lewis' character last because we still haven't picked that. So let's go with the other ones and see who fits.
You still need.
Okay, so I'll jump in with Amsterdam Valon, originally played by Leo DiCaprio, is now Robert Pattinson.
Jenny Everdeen, originally played by Cameron Diaz, is now Kaya Scodelario.
Nice. Walter Monk McGinn, originally played by Brendan Gleeson, is now played by Brendan Fraser. Don't even have to learn a different first name.
Happy Jack, who's John C. Reilly, or John C. Reilly was Happy Jack rather, is Kurt Russell.
Yeah. And Jim doesn't even get to say it. He's not allowed to
Priest
say
Vallon, used to play by Liam Neeson.
Jeff
I
Goldblum.
don't fucking care. Pick anyone.
it. Colin Farrell.
There you go.
Colin Farrell's got to be in this film.
All right,
Yeah,
We almost had him.
He's come up,
We owe it to him.
he's come up enough times. There you go, Colin. You get killed after 5
No,
minutes.
wait, wasn't Colin Farrell Monk?
No, I didn't pick him. I went with Brendan Fraser.
Oh, right, yes, you did. Sorry.
There you go. You can get killed
yeah,
off
I
after.
did.
You
And
can get killed off after 5 minutes.
Bill
And
the-
I won't care.
Bill the Butcher then. Are we going to go with Austin Butler or Eddie Redmayne? I actually think maybe Eddie Redmayne is... It would have to be like almost older Eddie Redmayne than he is right now. Like maybe in 10 years' time, Eddie Redmayne.
I think he's older than you think. Isn't he? He's got one of those like eternally.
He's just eternally young, isn't he?
youthful-
He's late. Is he late? He must be late 30s, isn't he? Surely.
Probably early 40s, which is actually Bill.
Yeah, he's 42.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Proper tash on him.
right now then,
Pop a bit
yeah.
of, pop a bit of facial hair.
Eddie.
Give him some greasy long hair, bit of facial hair. Yeah, why not?
I'm intrigued to see what he would do with the role. I can
Yeah,
tell
I think
you
that is it.
He's the one I'm most intrigued with.
He could deliver all the monologues, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, okay, there we go then. Eddie Redmayne. Outside pick gets it.
Nice.
Brilliant. We've finished the casserole.
See, I can do it.
We haven't even talked about the fact that there's sort of three friends as well. One of them's like an African American kid, and he gets like lynched by the mob, and it's so horrible. Like the backdrop of it, like you know, you think kind of like, oh, the North good, the South bad, but like basically like
All bad.
Everyone in like New York is like hating, you know, the black people because people are dying for them, and they're like, you know, throwing the N-word around everywhere, like, you know, pulling them out of houses and shooting
It's
them.
horrendous, isn't it? And they show a lot of like paper clippings from the time and stuff, and like they set up a scene of like these people being lynched, show a newspaper clipping of like set the image up just the same as this cartoon drawing of one of the scenes from the riots and stuff. It's horrific.
Yeah, it's horrible. Just that whole like being held and then being like stabbed or shot, and you can't do anything about it. It's just
Terrifying.
terrifying. So on that happy note, we've finished this film. Which final thoughts on the film? I mean, I really liked it. I know we said there was some flaws and stuff, but I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis's performance elevates it, just makes it great.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, for me it was a blast. Loved it.
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing premise for a film with one amazing performance in it that could have been so much more.
Yeah.
Well, with that, let's put a lid on it.
Oh,
Okay, well, thank you for listening. Now we get to the part of the episode that we always do at the end, a little episode section we like to call Real Talk. Now, this is the section where we will answer any of your questions that you have kindly emailed into us, or even talk about your casting suggestions. And so if you wish to do that, you can contact us via the email casserolpod@gmail.com, or even contact us on X via the handle @casserolpod. Just like Tom Sharp has done. We have an actual email.
What?
hello, Tom.
He's actually emailed twice. We kind of ran out of time last week, so we weren't able to do his other email, but we will do this email this week. This is after our episode about on 7, so it's our most recent episode. So he says, "Bonjour." Here
Is he French?
No, probably not. I don't know. With the name Tom Sharp, I don't think.
I want to have French listeners.
I mean, that would be nice. I don't think we have any in France.
Oh.
They don't need to be French. You don't need to be French, I guess, to be living in France. But, you know.
That is true.
So what?
So Tom Sharp starts with bonjour.
He says with
He
bonjour.
could be living in France, that's what we're saying. He might not be French, but he could be living in France.
He could be French, not living in France.
He's gotten so used to the lingo, he can't help but start an email with bonjour.
He's the kind of guy that would he could be Bill the cutting because he just gets language, you know. The way he said bonjour there in that email.
Sorry, Tom.
Tom will never email again.
Yeah.
No, we love it.
He's done his too. That's it. Not anymore.
Hola, Tom.
You two took the piss out of the fact that he may or may not be French.
Willkommen.
So he says, "Bonjour. Here is my 7 cast picks. So for David Mills, he suggested a Joel Kinnaman before he got ripped.
Oh,
John Kinnaman.
It's not
The
a name I'm
rings a
familiar
bell.
with, but I'm sure.
Yeah, let's just Google it. Oh, yeah, okay.
what was the big sci-fi?
RoboCop.
No.
He is in the RoboCop
Oh yeah,
remake.
he's in the remake. Carbon something, Altered Carbon.
He was really good in The Killing, and he was. I mean, I feel like he's been in some bad films, but he's not been the bad thing about them.
No, I would agree with that. I think he's a great shout, actually.
Yeah, nice.
He's Swedish.
He looks the part.
Yeah.
So moving on. So for
Which
Detective
is a suburb
Somerset,
of France.
Yeah. Would he say bonjour?
What, Joel Kinnaman?
Yeah.
No, he'd say...
you finished?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Detective Somerset, he would cast Lawrence Fishburne.
Great
I mean,
shout.
yeah, that's good. He's,
What a great shout.
Fishburne. Awesome.
For John Doe, now this is, I think, it's quite an out there choice, but he said he's specified a certain film to think about. Jim Carrey, specifically, think number 23.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's a great curveball pick.
That is good.
Yeah, I think that's
That's like people say like Jim Carrey in 23 or like Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo. It's like those are the films that are like, look at this guy, he can do this. Like
Yeah.
he can play that type. Yeah, that's good.
And
That's a
then
good show.
for Tracy Mills, it's another name I'm not particularly familiar with, Laura Mennel.
Oh, Google it, everyone. Google it.
I mean, I'm going to have to.
I want it. How are you spelling Menel?
Well,
She sounds French.
Mennel.
I got it. Canadian.
French Canadian.
Could be. I don't know Laura Menel.
Oh, she's in that new Louder Milk, which is out now
okay.
on Netflix. But
13 Ghosts, remember that?
I also do not know Laura Mennel.
I've not seen her in anything. Or Watchmen. What's she in Watchmen?
Janie Slater.
That doesn't help me. And I love Watchmen. I cannot think who that is.
Is this the film or the...
The film. Yeah. She's not someone in a graphic novel.
No, but there's a TV show.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
there?
yeah. Just thinking it's.
I've not seen her in loads, but...
Cock. Who does she play in the graphic novel? You dickhead.
Is she just a drawing?
I think those are some great picks.
Some great picks. Yeah, I like it. What was his first email? I feel we should answer that.
I mean, we'll get onto that. We'll just finished. He's still got some more.
Oh, okay.
So he follows on by saying, with a little observation. He says, to him, so to me, there's a distinct lack of thriller/detective films in cinema. It seems the genre has kind of died. What are our thoughts?
Well, he clearly hasn't been watching all the new Poirot films.
Well, that again, he has, because he then continues by saying Poirot just seems too comedic, and the train one, so the first one, the Orient Express, that was such a crap finish. The new ones didn't do it for me either. It was just very mad.
See, I really like Murder on the Orient Express.
I like Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, I really
and what's the one the
Death on the
Death
Nile.
on the Nile. I've not seen the new one.
I'm halfway through the
How many is there so far? Is there three?
Haunting in Venice.
Is there 3 or 4?
3.
Yeah, I've not seen Haunting in Venice. But yeah,
I'm halfway through Haunting in
I like
Venice.
them.
It hasn't grabbed me like the other ones, I have to say. The thing with Murder on the Orient Express that I really loved about it is, spoilers, guys, this is a big twisting, is throughout the film I was like, oh, is it this person? Is it this person? Is it this person? Is it this? It's all of them. It's a genuine twist.
Especially, what's great about these films is especially if you're not familiar with the literature, you aren't going to go into these knowing what happens. So you can immerse yourself in the mystery of them.
Is Tom meaning like kind of detective, kind of cop thrillers along the lines of Seven, The Bone Collector? Do you know what I mean? Like
Maybe,
sort of 90s, early
he's going- I was
2000s.
going to say, because you've
there
also
were
got the
tons,
likes
weren't
of,
there?
what was it, Glass Onion, and what's the other one? The first
Knives
one.
Out.
Knives
Yeah,
Out.
I mean, those are
They're good. They're serviceable. They're not amazing, but they're...
But I guess they're not like those gritty kind of detective-y cop thrillers.
Yeah, I'm going to assume he's
along
more
those
on that
lines.
kind of...
I think
line.
they've shifted into series.
A
You
lot
look
of
at the
them have.
streaming platforms now, and you look at things like what was it that came out, the one where the bodies, where it was like 4 bodies across time with Stephen Graham, and
Yeah.
and you've got things like The Bridge, these amazing like Scandinavian films that came out. There was one that I watched called like The Tunnel
or something. Yeah, like
there's lots of these. So I think they've just evolved because you're talking about The Bone Collector and Seven. These are 90s films, and we didn't have like streaming services and all these things. And I think that you're seeing a lot less of these kind of, I guess, less bombastic films because they like these slow grows to now be series. Like I was quite like, you don't really see films like Saltburn anymore, or like in Banshees of Inisherin, because they don't really, nothing really happens for that hour and a half. And if nothing really happens for like an hour and a half in a series, everyone's like, oh, it's building. What's the next episode going to be like? And I feel like you can kind of, something like Seven now, or even something like Fight Club, I could see being a series that allows you to really develop the characters. And so I think that's just
Seven,
what it is.
You can see them doing an episode per death.
Yeah, exactly.
And they would expand on the killings.
Yeah, like a 7-episode series.
You'd
for
show
Seven
them investigate each
is
crime
actually a
bit
genius
more, wouldn't
idea.
they? Yeah.
And you could even play it from the part of like each episode you start following the victim.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That would be interesting. So I think in answer to his question, they've evolved onto streaming platforms and series.
And into series,
I think most of that. There's been for me at least, a couple of kind of detective-y films that have stood out that I've watched this past year. One was that film called The Stranger that I spoke about like on the previous episode. That's a really good, compelling sort of crime thriller drama about a really long sting operation basically to catch a child killer. That's really good. And then the other film I watched, which is very much a kind of classic kind of detective story. Have you seen The Pale Blue Eye? Which I think is a Netflix release. That's a Christian Bale film. It's set in the early 19th century, and he's basically like a military investigator where he investigates the deaths of cadets in this US military academy. And it's got in it an amazing role where this guy, what's his name? Basically, Edgar Allan Poe is in a character in this film as a young military cadet before he becomes like the famous poet and storyteller. And he's played by, oh my God, who is he played by? Harry Melling, who was Dudley Dursley.
Dudley Dursley?
Yeah, and he's unbelievable as Edgar Allan Poe in this film. It's a really, really interesting film. The ending, I think, lets it down a little bit. I won't do any spoilers.
What's it called? The Stranger?
The Pale Blue Eye.
Oh, The Pale Blue Eye.
The first one was The Stranger.
Right, okay.
But yeah, those are two kind of decent detective films.
One of my all-time favourite films actually is a French film called Anything for Her, which isn't strictly a detective film. Basically, it's Diane Kruger is like the main like woman in it, and it's about a woman that is accused of a murder of her like co-worker, and there's loads of like evidence, like she gets blood on her coat, she's touched the murder weapon because it's like a fire extinguisher that's in front of her car, like she was the last person to speak to her, they had an argument, so like all this evidence, and she goes to jail, and you think it's going to be how her husband, who's played by a very famous French actor, I can't think of his name right now, you think it's going to be all about him finding the real killer and like clearing her, but no, he just breaks her out of jail. Wow. And the whole sort of third act is this really intense like break out of jail and this chase, and are they going to make it? And they've got like a young kid, and like it's like the relationship with his parents which are like falling apart, and but in the end they like give him his blessing and like lie to the police for him, and it's so tense, and when they make it you're like, yeah, and like my wife and I just love that film. It's such a good film. First half you're like, how can this happen to this woman, it's such an injustice, but you look at it from the police, and if you hadn't have seen what we as the audience see, you'd be like, yeah, she did it. Then the middle half is him learning how you would break out of jail and how you would survive, and he goes to the underworld, and like he's so a fish out of water, and he's just a good normal guy, he's a teacher, and then the last part is just so tense.
Sounds good.
It's really good.
That sounds really good.
Watch it.
Very interesting. As I said,
there you go, Tom.
Did he go on? Has he got more?
No. He obviously does have another email, which, like you said, we didn't get a chance to read out last time, so we will read out this time. So,
Can I just stop there, right? Before James started this sentence, I just need to explain the absolute girth of smile on his face. He's very happy about
This
it.
is 100% going to be.
I don't know what.
This
It's going
is
to be about Rebel Moon, isn't it?
It's going to be about Rebel Moon.
it's about Rebel Moon. Now, as I've discussed, you know my opinion on just blanket statements with no follow-up.
You love them.
With no follow-up and
Do you mean like a blanket statement like Rebel Moon was a bad film?
Or a blanket statement like Liam Neeson character in The Gangs of New York, who fucking cares?
basically, yeah. With no, yeah, but I followed up with why.
Which is something Rebel Moon doesn't.
So I'm telling you, vindication is coming, my friend. Anyway, he starts. So this is Tom again. So, hi, Jim's wrong. That's it. Just Jim's wrong. No.
Does he say hi in this one?
He does say hi, yeah.
Oh,
No, he
he's
says
French
hi
too.
in this one. He says hi. Just says Jim's wrong. No explanation why I'm wrong. Just Jim's wrong. So already wrong. Tom, on bad foot here, mate. Then he goes on. Then he's given us his cast options.
Okay, no.
So Cora Mila Jovovich,
Mila Djokovic, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's classic.
decent. I think to be honest,
Yeah.
I actually think that's a better option than what I chose.
He's good.
Did I even suggest? Actually, did I suggest her?
I don't know. She's obviously, we've got all like the Resident Evil stuff. I think she's no offense, not throwing shade. She's quite a safe pick. Like she could definitely do it.
We've seen her
did
play
I-
a similar part in all this.
Did
Yeah,
I
good strong pick.
suggest? I might have to listen back. Right, that kind of takes a bit of a downturn with his option for Kai. Danny DeVito.
Now we're talking.
I mean,
Come on.
I love it. I love it because you can picture Danny DeVito taking around, can't you, in the bar, and I love it. I do love it.
Great. See, it's already a better film.
It's already a
Jim.
better
I
film.
love it. It's not, come on. Behave. Atticus, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's cool.
You'll love this next one. Gunner, Michael Cera.
Yes. Yes.
Nemesis, Zhang Yi.
Oh yeah,
she's in
I
Memoirs of a
remember-
Geisha.
Yes, and I remember her first from Crash and Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, great bit.
Titus, Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
And then Tarak, and probably a more obvious choice than what I went with, Jason Momoa. He said he cannot be the lead. He's done it before in that cannibal film. So I'm guessing he's not a big fan of him as a lead actor.
Oh,
I
the cannibal film was weird.
Yeah.
What was that called?
No. I think he's a better supporting role. But yeah, that's my 2 cents worth.
Oh, I'd like to say thank you to French
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for your emails, Tom. Obviously, we appreciate you listening, and of course, please spread it around all your friends. Tell them all to listen. Get them to email in as well. Why not? We want to hear from them all. We do have another email from, I believe, someone that you know, Nick, Mark Bussey.
Yes.
Say it like Gary.
Gary
Busey.
Busey. Mark
No,
Busey.
it's just slightly insulting. I'm only here for the theme tune.
It is a good thing.
So his email is just referencing my viewing. So this will be the list that we post on our socials at Castorol Pod. I think it's about 14 or 15 films, of which I can say for certain that I've only ever seen one of, and Sam has definitely only not seen one of. So we will repost that again. So go check out our socials and throw your guesses in, because we will be announcing the answer to which film I've seen and which one Sam hasn't seen on our next episode, so episode 10. And if you do manage to get both correct, we will let you pick our next film.
Oh, out of interest, what's Mark's
So
guess?
he has guessed Spinal Tap. Sorry, Mark, but you're wrong.
You haven't seen it.
No, that's not the one I've seen.
And I have seen it. So
So
even if that was his guess, that's wrong for that as well.
unfortunately, Mark, yeah, you're wrong.
Ah, lucky Mark, keep trying.
But you know, it's like I said, check out our socials at Casserole Pod, where we will repost the image and take a couple of guesses.
I'm not sure Jim would have got the satire in Spinal Tap. Well, yeah, why doesn't he just turn up to 11?
I mean, I usually just fuck off, really. So, right.
Well, that's it. There's
That's
another
that.
one in the bag.
Once again, thank you all for listening, and we genuinely do mean thank you. You know,
Or merci, if you're listening to us in France.
we mean it from the bottom of our hearts, and I believe I can speak for both Sam and Nick when I say this. You know, your listens mean a lot. Your downloads mean a lot to us. It's keeping us going. we are always trying to improve every week. Every time we record, we are looking to make a better product each time round and just keep going. And I think it's safe to say we're really enjoying doing it. So,
Yeah.
from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much for all your listens, and we will see you next time. So, once again, if you wish to contact us, you can email us castorolpod@gmail.com. You can follow us on X @castorolpod, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and follow on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever it is that you get your podcast from. So until next time, it's a bye from me.
And it's a bye from me.
And it's au revoir from me.
Movie casserole, casserole.